But this feeling that I love, that you, I love, that you loved, I love, that you, I love, that you loved, I love, that you.
I love living in New York City. I love my neighborhood and I love my neighbors too. The only thing is that sometimes, especially in the summertime, things can get a bit overwhelming. The sights, the sounds, especially the smells, things just get a little bit crazy in the summer. It feels like the entire city goes under construction. Orange cones, yellow tape. What I've decided to do is hit the road. I've packed up my family, loaded up the car, and I'm heading 90 miles north outside of New York City. It's a different world out there, and I'm planning on chopping samples and making beats all summer long here at Camp Chopping Samples.
Ooh. All right, first thing, let's hit shift sample, bring up chop. I'm trying to catch it just as it drops on the one.
Hello. Is it really?
Let's fix that. There's a massive gap. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know I always say that I chop on the kick and the snare. Sometimes I say it's the 1 and the 3, but here's exactly what I mean. This sample chop right here starts on the kick. This one is on the snare. So you follow that sample, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. You follow that across all your chops. So that way when you're arranging it and you're trying to make hip hop, which is so centered around the kick and the snare, the sample is kind of falling in line naturally where you would have a hip hop drum. Don't be afraid to spend time with the trim function because it's probably like the most important function to get your samples sounding like how they should. It's a lot of work to go back into your samples and manually edit them like that, but that's gonna make all the difference in the way that you manipulate like the timing of your sample and where you want everything to land. I'm gonna try something with the fader. I'm gonna hold fader and hit pitch on A. Not gonna lie, a little bit of an odd sample. It sounds dope, but that telephone in the middle kind of like, I'm gonna have to sort of chop around it, or maybe, I'm not really sure, but let's bring in the drums so I can kind of get a grasp of where this could go. First at the tempo, I've been working with like 89, 90, let's go 89 lately, and let's get some drums here. I think I'm gonna need something like that this time around. Let's hit shift sample. I'm gonna hit D, so it's D for drums, and it's gonna separate that drum break that I just played into, I guess, 12 even chops. I'm not exactly sure what that algorithm is, but all right, let's go back to our sample.
Hello.
Wow. Okay. That's done. I had to finish that beer, and I gotta finish this beat because this is hitting fire. And let me just tell you what I'm doing real quick. The sample chop's like this. I'm letting that third chop sort of play out of what like the EP just naturally chopped. So let's go into free mode and let's just try to get this first take and let's see what happens. I just wanted to change the drums up a little bit. Like the drums I started with versus the beat I ended up with. The vibe has changed slightly along the way. So I wanted to update the drums just to sort of match where we were going. Last, I'm gonna hit Shift FX to turn output. Let's turn up that compressor. It's actually getting a little bit chilly right now with the breeze. It's no longer that tank top weather. I might have to go shoot a couple more baskets. But in the meantime, I'm gonna keep working on this beat. My name is Bird Boss, and this has been Camp Chopping Samples. There's nothing left to do but hit play. Peace.